Happy New Year and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm really excited to be here. It's great to have all of you here. Happy 2023. The New Year's are my most favorite time of the year. I love the notion of beginnings. I love the feeling of newness. I love the fact that a lot of people are planning. And I'm really excited for 2023 and convinced it's going to be an amazing year. If you are not convinced that 2023 is going to be an amazing year, become convinced. Like now before I even get right into the video, become convinced because 2023 is going to be an amazing year. And as a new year present, I thought to come on here and share 5 tips that I'm convinced is going to make this year your best year yet. Yes, because I'm New Year Santa. But before we get right into it, quick appreciation. When I started my YouTube channel in September and posted my first video in October, I honestly didn't think I was going to enjoy it this much. And I didn't know to the tiniest detail what exactly I wanted to share on my channel. I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you. Thank you for sharing my content. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for recommending my channel, watching my videos, liking, commenting, making me a part of your journey and being a part of mine. It means a lot to me and I'm really grateful. So thank you. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. 5 tips that I'm convinced is going to make this year your best year yet. 1. Take in 2022 and make peace with her. 2022 is over and done with. Say that to yourself. 2022 is over and done with. Say this as many times as is required for you to accept this fact because it's a fact. It doesn't matter if 2022 was your best year yet or the absolute worst. I know from the memes I saw towards the end of last year, it was easy to tell that for most of us it was the latter, but it doesn't matter. There's nothing that we can do to change what happened in 2022, so why dwell on it? Why wallow in self-pity or be filled with guilt, regret, and had I know? There's nothing we can do to change it. Trust that you did the best that you could do with the cards that 2022 dealt you. You literally did the best that you could do. And 2022 could be so much more worse or better. So literally, like I said, why dwell on it? Take a deep breath. Think in 2022. Retrospect, by all means. Introspect, by all means. But forgive yourself for all of the mistakes that you made. I know failures right now can get very overwhelming because you're thinking, oh, I just wasted 2022, but you did it. Hold on to the lessons that 2022 taught you. Lessons from your wins, lessons from your failures, and ensure to make 2023 your best year yet. To help you do this, I have a planning guide that is filled with introspective, retrospective, and prospective questions that will help you take in 2022, make peace with her, and help you plan properly for 2023. You can get it for a fee by clicking on the link in the description. Second tip, think in decades. The second tip that I'm convinced is going to make 2023 your best year yet is for you to start thinking in decades. Thinking in decades, it's a mindset of thinking beyond the short term and focusing on the long term. It would help you set goals that are more in line with your big picture, help you set goals that are more strategic, help you make strategic decisions, help you set more ambitious goals. Should I keep going? Are you getting the feel? Think in decades. So beyond planning for 2022, you are going to take out time to figure out the life that you want to live in 10, 20 years. Think about that for a minute. What kind of life do you want to live in 10, 20 years? Where do you want to be professionally, financially, physically, personally? And then work your way backwards to what exactly can you do in 2023 that's going to lead you to that life. I know it sounds like a lot, and thinking in decades is a lot because it requires you to have a long-term perspective. It will require you to take calculated risk. It will require you to sacrifice a lot in the short term, but then the payoff is significant. And if you think about it, most of the results that we see as people compounds over years. Like for instance, most of the wins and opportunities that I got that created wins for me in 2022 were as a result of things that I did years before. A lot of the opportunities that I got were as a result of relationships that I made and catered to years before. And if you think about it, thinking in decades reduces the pressure on you for 2023. Doesn't take it off completely, but it definitely reduces it. So yeah, the second tip that I advise, that I'm convinced also is going to make this year the best year for you, is to start thinking in decades. Beyond planning for 2023, take out the time to think about the life you want to live in 10, 20, 30 years, and then work your way backwards to make goals that are going to lead you to that life. This is where I call that life your big picture. Remember when I shared the top goal setting mistakes that I made in 2022? I shared that one of the major mistakes that I made in 2022 was not practicing successive approximation religiously. For those of us who haven't seen that video, I'll add the link in the description. So basically, my third tip is don't be like 2022 Hadiza. Practice successive approximation religiously. For those of us who don't know what successive approximation is, it is training yourself to accomplish a goal by rewarding an incomplete behavior. So every time that you identify successive steps to your goal and reward yourself, you train yourself to want to achieve that goal. An example that I love to use is, let's say that you set a goal in 2023 to wake up earlier. The first thing that you need to do is make that goal more specific. For example, I want to wake up at 6 a.m. in 2023. The second thing that you need to do is identify when you wake up currently. Let's say you wake up 9 to 10 a.m. and then you create successive steps to 6 a.m. In this case, 7, 8 a.m. Do you get where I'm going with this? So every time that you move from 9 a.m. to 8 a.m. in waking up, you reward yourself. By rewarding yourself, you propel yourself to want to wake up by 7 a.m. When you start waking up by 7 a.m., you reward yourself. And by doing that, you propel yourself to want to wake up by 6 a.m. Like I said in that goal setting mistake video, practicing successive approximation changed goal setting game for me. It literally changed the game for me. And I'm convinced that if you practice successive approximation religiously in 2023, you would achieve all of the goals that you set out to achieve. And that will make this year your best year yet. You're welcome. Tip number 4, set goals. Of course, setting goals is a tip. Have you met me? Set goals, set goals, set goals. People, set goals. Be intentional about 2023 and set goals. Set goals that are smart. Set goals that are at least 80% dependent on you. Create a plan for how you want to achieve these goals. Remember to think in decades while you set these goals. But not only should you set goals, you should refuse to do things the hard way. Refuse to do things the way you have done them in the past, especially if they bore little to no fruit. Embrace productivity tools. There are so many productivity tools that can help you smash your goals 100 times easier. Embrace them. Go and research and find productivity tools. There are so many productivity tools, like I have said. There are just literally so many. There are time management apps. There's the Pomodoro technique. Look out for what exactly works best for you. If you want me to create a comprehensive video where I share productivity tools that can help you smash your goals in 2023, let me know in the comment section and I will look into it. But whatever you do, set goals and refuse to do things the hard way. Use productivity tools to ensure that you smash your goals in 2023. Hadiza is rooting for you. Tip number 5, hold on to God. Life is spiritual, and I'm convinced that life without a spiritual advantage is only going to frustrate you. Stop trying to do things on your own. This 2023, hold on to God. Involve Him in the things that you do and see how much better things will go. Bonus tip, because here, New Year Santa. Put in the work, but take breaks. Now, serious talk. There is required work for you to achieve the life you want to live in 2023. If you didn't know that now. There is required work for you to live the life that you want to live in 2023. Take a bet on yourself. Love yourself that much. Stop doing mediocre work except you want mediocre results. There is the kind of life you want to live, and there's a requirement to live that life. Become knowledgeable of the requirements to live that life and put in the work to achieve them. But whilst doing this, remember to take breaks. Prioritize yourself, prioritize self-care. Take it easy on yourself and enjoy your process. See, I'm convinced that 2023 is going to be amazing for all of us. And have I said Happy New Year? Happy New Year. ahead for 20. Goals for 2023. You need to set planning for 2023. You're planning for what exactly. And then work your way backwards. What exactly can you do in 2023 that is